hello. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. Okay, I see some future lawyers over there, so I will need to choose my words more carefully. So let's begin with the fact that all of you might get caught by police one day. As a person who works with people, with detained/arrested people, I need to say that those clients do not differ very much from other citizens. In fact, if you, for example, possess a driving license, there is a higher probability of such adventures because cars are pretty dangerous. Or if you, for example, stroll around Tęczowa Street or around Wrocławia, you may also get pulled over by cops because they will randomly search for drugs. Here is me in prison in Kalisz. Why is it empty? It's empty due to the policy of the previous government. They used to shut down all of the facilities located in the city centers. I think that the only ones that left is our Wrocław prison on Kleczkowska Street and maybe one in my hometown Szczecin. But the prison, as you see over there, is just a last step of this long journey that's called deprivation of liberty. As you may know from the movies, without a court decision, without the decision of some judge, you cannot be held longer than for 2 days, unless prosecutor requests for so-called pre-trial detention, okay, to arrest someone for longer, but they need stronger evidences. Today we talk just about the arrest due to the time limits. But firstly, why do we even need to arrest people? As you may guess, arrest someone is certainly not a punishment. I would say it's just a special measure to ensure that the investigation or other form of proceedings goes in the right way. So let's take a quick look at the most boring part, hence the legal basis. Today we talk just about the most basic form of arrest, the one stated in our criminal procedure code, okay? Because there are also other types of arrest. For example, cops may pull you over if you're drunk or if you act aggressively. But that's not for today. So what are the presumptions? It means what are the reasons to arrest you? The first so-called general presumption is some probability that you have committed a crime. That probability does not have to be strong, does not have to be intense. It will be needed in next steps. For example, to pre-trial detention, but it has to come from somewhere. For example, if there is a rumor that you have committed a crime, it should be enough to hold you for 2 days, but there is illegal practice that some policemen may assume that you have committed a crime due, for example, to the eye contact. You look at them and they will think that, you look in a suspicious way, maybe you have done something awful. Other presumptions, so-called special presumptions, is a risk of escape from the scene of a crime or tampering an evidence in any way, for example, destroying it or affecting witnesses. In some form. And the last one is that you cannot be ID'd, but it's the least important one. As you may guess, when you are arrested, you have many rights. I will talk just about 3 most important. The first one, obviously, is right to contact with your defender. or with some lawyer that right entitles you to directly to contact them directly, but in special circumstances, prosecutor or police may hinder it, may make it more difficult to you. If you know some lawyers, you probably do not know their number digit by digit, so they should let you unlock your phone, check it, and peacefully call them. And if you do not know any attorneys, local attorney councils run special phone lines for such people. Another right is just for the poor persons, because some people might want to use it despite not being poor. So you may ask police to appoint to have free defender to you appointed. The judge will examine if you are actually poor. They will check your income, they will check, for example, your taxes. It's used in around 20% of proceedings. And the third, I would say the most important right, is the right from the Latin phrase nemos ipsum accusare tenetur, because lawyers do love Latin phrases. And it says that no one is obligated to accuse themselves. There is a general rule that it's always better not to confess to the crime itself. When they ask you about some basics like what's your name or some ID information, sure, tell them. But the most important part of the nemos ipsum accusare tenetur is that you may remain silent. Of course, remaining silent is sometimes equal to self-accusation, because if cops ask you, have you killed him, and you just go silent, it may look suspicious. So those people that use this right are also entitled to lie in some circumstances, but it is unclear, can they accuse somebody else? Because there is a crime that a person could be charged with, crime of false accusation, and it depends on the judge, because some judge would say it's okay, he hasn't committed a crime because it was in terms of his right to defend himself, yes. But other judge would say that it's just a crime, so you should be careful with accusing somebody else. There are two exceptions of nemos ipsum accusare tenetur. The first one is that you have to let the doctor check on your bruises on your body in general. They might want to check if you, for example, have participated in some fight, and it's better not to participate in such events, because they do not care who was hitting who kicked who. Just participation means that you that you are responsible for the crime. Another exemption is the examination of your mental health, because as you probably imagine, insane person cannot be responsible for committing a crime. Some people might want to avoid this penal responsibility by acting insane, while they're actually not. What about handcuffs? Long story short, it should be you should be handcuffed just in special situations, when you, for example, act aggressively, or do not obey police commands, but the practice is that they, I would say, often, maybe most of the time, they will put it on you, and it could be some argue to complain on. But you could, for example, I'm in humiliation argument that they had humiliated you, but it doesn't hurt, so that's not a big deal with the handcuffs. And like I have mentioned on the beginning, they cannot hold you for longer than 48 hours. Otherwise, they might go to jail as well, since it's a crime of unlawfully deprive of liberty. And here I have put some compensations that wrongfully arrested people received from the court. It's to encourage you to complain on police actions and so on, because people are scared to do that, and there is actually a lot of money from it. Yes, I had in my head actually 3 examples. The first one is with the wrong guy who had been arrested like a day after his newborn was born. His child was ill for something. He had received 50,000, yes, from the Polish court. Another example was a proper person. Again, it was during a women's strike 6 years ago in Warsaw. She was shouting at the police, cursing, I don't know, maybe call them pigs or something, but she got handcuffed, unnecessary, and she was forced to maintain in some uncomfortable position like this for a few hours in police van, so she received not 50 but 15,000. And maybe the most important and interesting arrest is the guy who had committed some major financial crimes, but he had fully cooperated with the prosecutor, with the police and so on, and he got arrested otherwise. And it was done in his workplace, in front of his co-workers, so he had lost all of his credibility. He received maybe 20,000 from the court, because remember, being scared of the court is the same as being scared of the hospital. You need to fight for your rights just as you need to care for your health. And at the ending of my presentation, here you may see how does it look like to be in a room for detention. The ones that I have seen were without beds, just mattresses. Here is a meal, but I see that those meals lack the most important thing in food in Polish prisonary system, which is spread cheese. You know, spread cheese is a cheese that you can spread on the slice of a bread, because they need to provide to you 2,500 calories per day. So the spread cheese is the cheaper they can get to provide those value. How much time left? Okay, so that would be all. Waiting for your questions. Thank you. Chciałem dać... Aha. Przepraszam, inaczej.
Come here, please. Bartek is a student of this faculty where we're here. I don't know, you want to be a lawyer or I don't know who.
Yes, I want to be an attorney.
Okay, so I think it will be questions for you because here is specialists in those questions. But I have my first question. Do you have personal history with imprisonment? Tell us, please.
Once I got pulled over on Tęczowa Street. It was around 3 years ago. Due to the eye contact, that's why I have told them about this, yes. They were searching for drugs. I had more AirPods in the pocket, and they checked the AirPods because they thought that maybe it's a secret chest with some methamphetamine or something like that. I had visited some clients from my legal practice because we do mostly criminal law, so I had visited them. I also have a friend who's in prison security, so that's my story with imprisonment.
Okay, but what you know, your knowledge, was it helpful in those situations for you? Do you use your rights and something?
It was on my sophomore year, first year. I knew just some Latin phrases and so on.
Okay, so maybe you have questions. Okay, Nadia.
Thank you. Question about
Yes.
So are there some specific rules about arrest or imprisonment or how underage people could be stopped by police? So what's about juvenile justice in Poland? I know all this experience in businesses. Can the underage person stopped by police?
Underage people?
Underage.
Yes, they may be pulled over on the same legal basis because it's not just referred to an adult person. Okay, they won't be held in the same detention room as some, because you see, with the detention rooms, firstly, you have to be 17 to have an ability to be fully responsible for a crime. And you have to be 14, so maybe not all people, but people over the 13. Yes, older than 13, they may end up in a detention room. But the thing with detention room is that they will always put people by groups. Someone who's imprisoned for possession of drugs or marijuana will not end up with some mobsters or some sexual predator, yes? The most dangerous one will be always kept away from the other persons. So yes, underage they may be, because today we talk just about the arrest. Yes, people like 15 and so on, they could end up in detention room. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
It's like right now we are located in Wrocław. It's like the biggest city for the students, especially international students who do not really speak Polish language.
Yes.
So what about the situation when the international students is getting pulled over by the local police? Are they required to speak English?
Yeah. No, not policemen itself, but as I have said, arrested people have many rights. I just mentioned 3 most important, but another right is a right to a translator in your native language. So even if Lisa gets pulled over by police, she speaks Polish fluently, yes, but her native language is Ukrainian. So, but it's not a problem with Ukrainian because we have many great translators in Poland, but it is a problem sometimes when, for example, I had a situation when a guy from Laos got pulled over. Laotian language is exotic. There are maybe 3 people in Poland that may translate it in official situation. So yes, it's right that it's sometimes hard to provide. when someone from very exotic countries is put over. Yes, yes, yes.
So there are no specific script in that situation, like how this goes in that direction will go.
No, they will probably pull him to detention room and try to contact a translator. You know, if it's a language that is present in Poland, English, Georgian language, yes, or Ukrainian, Russian, it's not a big deal because there are some people that do not sleep and will even go to this detention room in the middle of the night. The rule is that they shouldn't start interrogation before they provide translator of a native language. That's the procedure.
And that's all for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the question. Anyone else?
No? Okay, maybe on our break you will not the child and come to Bartek.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.